Hello, welcome back, Steve's Corner. Technical difficulties and Nikki's false hope. Hey man, I tried to put out a video on Monday. Robin's chasing each other, a whole boatload of them over there. Just getting at it too. I ran into technical difficulties. I always make out a video on Monday and Friday for this channel in my retirement corner. Monday I uploaded the one to the retirement corner. Now when I went to upload this one, I had a bunch of computer problems. It took me 2 days to get it straight, and then I decided not to make one, since I was going to go ahead and make one today anyways. I don't like to put them too close together. I got to have time to answer comments. So, but man, spring is fast approaching, Doc. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just got some seeds in the mail today. There's a type of tomato that I want to plant this year. It's not readily available around here. You can't get the little starter plants. You have to buy it in seed. My little lady lives back over through the woods there. Her husband was talking to me last year. He's 85, or he might be 86 this year. But he said, he asked me if I knew anything about if I had ever had an ox heart tomato. I told him no, I'd never even heard of it. He said he used to eat them when he was a kid. He said he loved them. He said if I ever come across them, he'd let him know he'd like to have a couple of them. So I think I'll plant them. I'll start the seeds in the, you can't buy them in the plants. You have to order the seed pack. And they come the other day. I want to get them started there in the house here this week, and I'm going to put a couple in my garden, and then I'm going to give them a couple once it starts sprouting. And see if it's the same thing he was talking about. So I was tickled about that. But the daffodils are coming up. A couple of weeks ago, somebody had mentioned to me that they had started coming up over in the western part of Virginia. And I hadn't noticed them around here, but it went a couple of days later, sure enough, they were popping up everywhere. The yellow bells ain't started sprouting yet. That's what, I think they call it forsythia or whatever. But it won't be long. And then as soon as the Masters gets here, man, everything will be popping. So I'm getting ready to get busy down here on the corner. But I'm excited about them tomatoes, giving them a try. But they're what you call an heirloom tomato. They're just not very popular. And it's shaped like a daggone heart, is what it's shaped like. And it's supposed to be a pretty good sized tomato too. But it's kind of a deep red, orangey color. But I'll be interested in trying those this year. And I wanted to go get my daggone wood. If we get a couple of good days, it's supposed to start raining this evening and continue on, chance of it every day this week. If we get a couple of good days, I'll go ahead and build a couple of my couple new beds for my garden, and see if I can make a video about it. Oh, I plan on putting a video out next week. Little Civil War park down the road here, where a battle took place, trenches and gun emplacements and stuff down there. And I hadn't been to that before. And in case you want to look at it, I think I'm going to start going to all the little ones around here, and I think I'm going to come off the morning and go down to Petersburg National Battlefield and let you take a look at the daggone crater, the Battle of the Crater, big hole in the ground where they blew up like an ammo dump or something underneath the Union lines. It's a big hole, man. It's huge. But oh, and Nikki, you know, technically Trump beat her 70 to 30 in South Carolina and Michigan. Because if you you know, she keeps saying that there's 40% of the Republican base that don't want Trump in there. But what she's not thinking about is that, well, she knows it, but is it, you know, 10% of them are probably crossovers. See, Virginia we can cross over too. We ain't got to be registered one way or the other. I think there's a bill going to the office, to the House, that they want us to start registering, but it ain't passed yet that I know of. So I mean, you can vote for anybody you want to. That's you know, that's something that they're not taking into account. So instead of getting almost 40%, she got almost 30% in South Carolina, her home state. And something ain't nobody taking into consideration is the amount of non-white voters that are voting for Trump. You know, my mom is from South Carolina and my wife's from South Carolina. Both of them from neighboring counties, right next to each other. And the racial breakdown of both of those counties are 50-50. It's like 55-45 or 52-48 or whatever it is. It's almost exactly 50-50. And the same goes for the registered voters of each side, whether it's white or non-white. And he won those two counties by like 80 or 90% to 10 or 15%. And that tells you that in a county like that, to win that much, he's got to be getting a whole lot of non-white voters. And I ain't seen nobody talk about that. I think she's, well, I know she's just blowing smoke, hoping she can pull out something, but I mean, I think everybody is missing the true bonus to Trump this time that nobody's recognized yet. You know, I don't know. But I think she's just hanging in. I think she's got ulterior plans for something big after this. You know, maybe a third-party run or something. I don't think she really intends on winning the presidency. She's hanging in there, hoping he goes to jail, and should be the last man standing. I don't know. But what she don't understand too is that the voters of hers that say they'll never vote for Trump, I mean, you got to figure at least 10 or 15% of them are the Democrats to begin with. You know, and most parties, both parties, man, usually people will say beforehand that, hey, man, I'll never vote for that other guy. But come election time, they usually go ahead and switch on over. They just do. You fall back in line with the party. And I think that's where Uncle Joe might have a little bit of trouble. You know, he had over 100,000 people voted for uncommitted. You know, they do that a lot in Michigan, I understand. But, I mean, that was a passel full of voters for him that said, hey, man, we don't care for your button. We want to change. I think he's going to run in a little bit more trouble than they're predicting, too. I don't know, man. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. It's more like a sporting event for me. I watch it to see the offense and defense and the tactics and stuff. It's interesting. But y'all take care, man, and y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend the best you can. And we'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna upload this one first this time. Y'all take care.